Keep us in tune with what's going on all year in the NBA. Former NBA sharpshooter and now in the broadcast booth with the Phoenix Suns, our own Eddie Johnson.
This is where I do the radio show every morning, 6 to 9 a.m. on 1310 KXAM. And Eddie Johnson, one of the regulars that we have on the positive side of sports. It's the only way I know anything about what's going on in the NBA.
Well, I'm supposedly an expert.
Well, you played the game 17 years. But you probably know more now than you ever did playing the game because you see so much. You see basketball a little bit differently now for the broadcast booth, don't you?
I'm not wasting any energy on the court, so I gotta take care of it mentally now.
How was the game today compared to when you played, as far as the attitude of some of the young and up-and-coming players?
No, the game is better. I mean, I'm one of those guys that will admit that everything it gets better over time, and the game is better. The athletes are better. I think I could still play if I was in my prime in this period of time, but it would be difficult. I mean, these guys can run, they're stronger. It's a lot different.
Eddie, we've been friends for a long time, and I'm never afraid to tell you when I hear or see something. And one of the things I've told you is a lot of broadcasters in all sports, they're homies. You appreciate where your paycheck's coming, but you're not going to be a phony. You're going to tell like it is. Let's talk about the Phoenix Suns.
Well, I think the fans are smart. You know, professional basketball fans aren't like college fans. There's no disrespect to the college fans, but they're just cheering for their school, and they're not going to criticize, and they love their kids. Where at the professional level, I mean, they expect more, and the fans are more educated on the game, and you can't trick them. And I don't try to trick them. I mean, if something's going wrong out there, I will say it. But I will say it in a way that it does not offend the player. And so if I say one negative thing about Amari Stoudemire, I'll probably come back with 3 positive things after that. I just try to soften the blow.
What are we about to see with the Phoenix Suns this year? Because Shaq come in last year. Quite frankly, I was shocked to see him as lean as he was. But apparently, he's working out even harder, come back even stronger next year.
And I think he will. I think he'll come back in shape. I thought Shaq did a great job. The Suns are at a crossroads right now. They have some aging guys in Shaq and Steve Nash, Grant Hill. Raja Bell is getting up there. And so they have a window now where they're going to have to get it done probably in the next 2 years if this city wants to see a championship with this core group. And it's going to be difficult. I mean, Western Conference has gotten better. It's gotten stronger, and so the road is a little bit more tougher than even it was last year. But this team is equipped to do it. If they can stay healthy and they can get some good play off the bench, and Terry Porter is going to play his bench this year, unlike Mike D'Antoni. And if those guys can come off and be productive, I look for this team to be competitive all year long.
If you were to give the fans any type of instructions on what to expect and maybe how to come out and what the season's going to be like, what would it be?
Well, I think the first thing I think they have to understand it's not going to be that fast pace that they're used to seeing. You know, it'll happen in spurts. It won't happen as a consistent basis like it has in the past. It'll be an inside-outside type of offense probably, getting Amari and Shaq a lot of touches. And it'll be a controlled pace. And I think that's what they have to do. I mean, this unit is older. You know, you want to conserve them. Steve Nash, needs to be rested, but still on the court and not having to push the ball all the time. So a lot of things will change, and I think fans have to get used to it. And it might get a little slow at times. It might get a little frustrating for the fan. But the ultimate goal is to win a championship. And if those guys are fresh in April, then they have a great chance.
All right. You can get more of Eddie each morning here on the positive side of sports on 1310 KXAM from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Next week, Eddie's going to take us deep into the NBA and find out who are some of the teams that we should be looking at and who are some of them that made some really good moves. Eddie, always great to see you, buddy.
My pleasure.